My Mobibia Ahama Kwaba from Cstv area print breakfast na make us say yeshadi bedimu akotening Ghana buying say a teacher's swat is omunye juma ye bese 600 I just say obabe mamu ejuma ede aye afen so mampeni John Dramani Mahama ashe bosse obet bono mode na Ghana so it me ejina bebia I was say okodo afen so what they are two against 1 hour power or better say a chronobo into me and raw BIA, Sarah's Dream Jewelries, Amstel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing, Rema Ushering Agency, KS for Female School Limited, Celeste Sweet on Brown, NAP Apartment Hotel, Crystal Direct Pet Shop, and our Omasaya Sindavia Yadekasi, and so Miss Majapini Midin, and Mame Ama Bafua, Oko Facebook na, CSTVGH, Oko YouTube and so CSTVG, require like a shena face so for a joint transfer at all as a repemuno, Yabakin Kainin and I at the amount my end, I who's my yaba, Yadin Shumanka Sabasomo. I say, na ya share some no asian yedi ni hremu ewo asoye omo hwe ya this year ensem so na oswafo hwe ya this year ensem so Harry Nigeria so den ensem abetu edwa wo hremu se wo hwe afimpinu ni eduonu miensan editors fu acheso omo kwaje ntitiye achese wo se yetimi e post wo na so besinde no enya de se ya post wo se editors fu be 6000 there nyame ya adoma omo betimi a post wo.
Some striking teachers are looking for us on the streets of Accra. And then to respond to them, that Cabinet gave approval for us to recruit some 6,100 more teachers. And therefore, that category of teachers which belong to the 2023 cohort are adequately captured. I'll be surprised if it is the same group that is on the street. They rather should be looking for us and going back to offices for purpose of audit and identification to be restated to be paid.
Na Indra Dane World Toilet Day na Inshimudie Ekoso Amateurs Ministry of Local Government and Rural Area Development. And after so chieftaincy and religious affairs omo kwasetena na omo bobo nsem atese betimi aboa ema ahonidie mapaso betimi edimu ewo oman Ghana hanum say na oswafo a oda asoye no ano onumanyamfo Ibrahim Mohammed ede nsem etu dwa wo kyerebo se wo hwe ahonidie esem asika yetimi ede ebrem no ano ye de pa ye sika be ye $500 million ana ye de share sanitation mu ase wo hwe ende oba oman Ghana se yi toilet facility be se 10 na emu be se miensa de emu nyakra o kire nse hu se
leading sanitation chronically underfunded. This imbalance has created a situation where water coverage improves while sanitation stagnates. And therefore, if you have about 91% of water coverage in Ghana, 91% or 90% of electricity access, and we have less than 30% or 39% of sanitation access, it's a question that all of us must answer. The third critical problem is urbanization, outspacing infrastructure. Our urban population is rapidly growing at 3.3% annually, one of the highest in Africa, and has overtaken the pace of urban sanitation infrastructure development. In Accra alone, the population has grown more than 60% in the last 2 decades, but the expansion of sewage system has been minimal. Today, over 75% of urban households rely on on-site sanitation, mostly septic tanks, pit latrines, yet our disposal services and treatment facilities have not expanded proportionately. The fourth critical issue is weak enforcement of sanitation bylaws. Local government structures have the bylaws, but enforcement remains inconsistent. Many MMBs lack the adequate numbers of building inspectors and environmental health officers, logistics and budget for monitoring. As a result, households go for years without toilet, yet face no penalties. When enforcement weakens, non-compliance becomes the norm.
Na afe ora Mohammed Ibrahim ekasa wieye echire na ochire mu say ka toilet for wa jumede na chese eno no enye se ankrankra e de nemum no obibia e de nti ohawa ewo ahonidie A7 no e wose yetimi eboa na eto etwa.
Community-led sanitation approaches have eliminated open defecation in over 6,000 communities nationwide. Toilet revolving financing schemes have enabled thousands of low-income households to construct improved toilets. Private sector participation in toilet promotion, construction, and dislodging has improved service efficiency in many metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. What we need now is scale, speed, and sustained commitment. In our effort to increase the access numbers, we should be intentional not to leave anyone behind our northern regions. Low-income urban settlements, island communities along the Volta Lake, and informal and peri-urban communities across major cities and towns have to be supported to acquire improved toilets across the country, improved toilet facilities across the country.
Na mayemfa ye kase ne nkopie mu Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama nakache na omampeni de atu edwa wochire mu se wona wapawo government appointees no o se wo de kokobo de ama mu se wonim na se bia ye katanhwene proye wo hu se omu edi sa adwumani bia ade se on emra ene won ebedi pa yi.
Before I became president, had indicated that we were going to take the fight against corruption to a whole new level. And it's not anything personal against anybody. I have said several times that our problem in the fight against corruption is that it is always post-regime corruption that we fight. And so when a government is in office, when scandals are taking place, they don't deal with them. And so they leave it until a new government comes. And when that government comes and starts investigating the cases of corruption, then the previous government says, oh, you are witch hunting us. This is political persecution. But I've said notice to my ministers, ask them, every day in cabinet I remind them. I say the prosecutions that we're taking against the current government will betides the first person who brings a scandal to this government. We shall hang them on a cross. And so I keep warning them that Aba Yedibo Techi and One Yedibo Boba. But we must deal with the corruption that has taken place. And my belief is that if we want our people to continue to have faith in our democracy, then we must show that the political elite is capable of governing accountably.
Na Odam Rashe Bejani Alexander Akwesi Akwa, and so the Insema to Jawa say Omampeni, Ayan Shisha Yawade Atu Ejase, Aya Bole, Aya Sabiano, Bekwa Kusi, Ade Ama Manfo, Boleno, or Sisi Kana Wadi ABC, Aya Sabiano, for Saskano, and for Embrano Senebea. I came with that government hospital with me, INCC.
It is stated that 2 district hospitals at Bole and Shama are going to be constructed. So, Speaker, I am aware that Bole has a district hospital. And so, why are we going to do a new hospital in Bole? Granted, it is the home of the president. And so, I mean, we can understand. But that is the difference between the ex-president and now the Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the current president, His Excellency John Mahama. The Cstv Hospital is one of the oldest hospitals in Ghana. But His Excellency, the former president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, did not build a new hospital. He only rehabilitated that hospital. So we think that Wallace District Hospital can be rehabilitated so that that funding can be sent to Achimota Government Hospital. Mr. Speaker, when the president was campaigning, he came to Achimota and promised the people of Achimota that he was going to give us a new hospital that is befitting of our municipality, because our hospital is over 100 years. I'm using this opportunity to remind the president that his promise to the people of Achimota is still sitting in the heads of the people of Achimota. And so the funding that is going to go to Bole, we're asking it to go to Achimota Government Hospital.
Oguso a CSTV area print over Cassie near so a Christian Council for Eco Primo Ewa Omampeni Atanaye Nano and Aches and Commodity na Eco so and no now so a match Omampeni John Dramani Mahama a day at Su a just say a dear sir one and as a Ghana for Butaya what they know a buyer say one baby of mine or say on Mawans is from the Biarada or say Uba Abemua a Juma was a way no so when we are was a bang dada and as I buy or ever be on over to me assassinate me a demonstration bear or my Ghana to me a bet to me I call an empire.
My mission is to use the mandate Ghanaians have given me to move Ghana to a level where anybody who comes after cannot reverse the gains that we have done. And then people come to me and say, oh, but oral is too slow, the investigations and prosecutions are too slow and all that. But the point is, we have a constitution. We are not in the military and revolutionary days. A person, even whatever they say the person has done, the person must have his day in court. And a judge must look at the evidence and decide whether he's guilty or not guilty. Society can condemn the person as guilty, but when you present the facts in court, the judge might have a different opinion. And so, even though, I mean, I'm sure most Ghanaians would want us to have one big courts, this thing, put them in, and then in 1 week we dispatch your case and then straight to Nsawam and just keep dispatching them. We have a constitution, and we must follow the process. And you don't just get up and take the person to court because you believe he's committed a crime. You must gather the evidence, because however guilty you think a person is, if you don't gather the evidence and you just rush a case to court, the judge will throw it out. And so they say all this oral thing and this, that. The investigative organizations are working as and when they have sufficient evidence, then they take the case to court. And so we're not going to rush those cases if we don't have evidence because the public is baying for blood. We're going to go through, gather the evidence, prepare the dockets properly, so that when we take these people to court, we're sure of what it is we've accused them of. And so the fight against corruption, we're committed to it. We'll be impartial and fair. And we're working to strengthen the institutions and make sure that we give them the logistics that they deserve.
Na Agutia East Murashe Bejani Abena or say Asari, so they are two Edra, which will say, we share from a good to and who a quantity say, yeah, call say bit to me, Abuama, a two a channel, or say, buy bit to me, Abua, and my acquire cono it me a demo, or say it to me this car, a shame pie.
A fight against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, in this same budget, paragraph 1009, the minister said that the devastation caused by illegal mining has gone far beyond economics. It threatens our survival. That is what the minister said. It threatens our survival. So, Mr. Speaker, if something threatens your survival, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to fight it to make sure you survive. And how can you fight it when with a ministry of 2.1 billion budget, you only give the agency to fight it 150 million Ghana cedis, Mr. Speaker. 150 million Ghana cedis out of the 2.1 billion budget given to the Ministry of Lands and Forestry. Let me also look at, let's look at infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, the reason why we are not seeing that growth is because of infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, every infrastructure is infrastructure. So that you cannot tell us that the Accra-Kumasi Road will be done in 2027 and that you have funds to do other equally important roads that you haven't even begun. But here we are, the Accra-Kumasi Road. People take 8 good hours from Accra to Kumasi. Lots of working time, business time, economic time, Mr. Speaker. And so we have Accra Kumasi. It is to a certain rate. And we are asking, every infrastructure is infrastructure. Why don't you complete that one? And yet you are asking us, you will do so in 2027, Mr. Speaker. If this budget is a budget of growth, then they should look at this because it is also very, very important.
Afeso Bia East Rashid Bedweni Owo Richard Champon Sunday Samatujwa. Nina Nisa or say Ghana Maimu say betimi Abuana Kasta Shishene Proye so betimi etra young call IMF cry and Kodisi kind from
Mr. Speaker, a lot of under invoicing, smuggling are ongoing. Yesterday I sat in a meeting. And some under the declaration that they did misclassifications amounted to about $31 billion. Let's say our rate is 12 Ghana cedis. Multiply 31 billion by 12. And Mr. Speaker, we go to IMF to borrow $3 billion. And these leakages are going on. So you have a minister who has taken the trouble upon himself to do all this things to make sure that we rake in more revenue. This is something we need to support in the budget. Mr. Speaker, if we're able to plug all these loopholes, there is no need going to IMF to borrow money. Yes. We have a lot of resources, but corruption and wastage is what is killing this country. So it's about time we come together as a people to fight all these things. Mr. Speaker, when corruption is mentioned, everybody will be pointing hands to a politician, members of parliament. Meanwhile, we don't have a budget. We don't sign contracts. The very people who are indulging in corrupt practices are out there. But we are here fighting each other. Instead of bringing our fine ideas together to deal with the situation, because we are in opposition, we don't want the government to succeed. By the end of the day, all this success story that we are telling ourselves, all of us are benefiting from it. All of us. Fiscal balance, percentage of GDP, Mr. Stewart, on commitment basis. MPP left at negative 7.9. We are reporting 1.5%. Primary balance as a percentage, they did negative 3%. We are doing positive 1.6%.
Now, our Fimpinuni Eduno and 9 open at Utu Franca at the Ghana Union movement, eternity as a goom. A Christian Kwabena in Andrews at a Sena who taking a soft Chiraboson. Or there's a man to do which will share on my penny John Dramani Mahama. Answer no better now, a benyan so natural say, economy no emunya crackra, nanyama, a go in San Nemo pie, and so no, or better now so no. Bear se bosumi edu entem no nyema adane pa ye ache so wose se obemanu a percentage of money 88%. It's answer wa bon ho modern pa ye my engine and way so na yengo ahome embra ye ba ye de dwedie mu nsanso be so
Limited. So we blocks machines here papa. None born so assign Edda former dia. Any na Enwani Amsal Company Limited. Your conveyor blocks machines, hydraulic blocks machines, pallets, any blocks machines in one set using in and nothing so blocks machines are who draw opening in a being so ever ho. To show your chapwine in a year. There was Sprinters Road 18 Junction. Yanni KFC Dino and a dish anymore. Frey, it was 05,240 and I say 0540-725850. Amstel blocks machines in Papa Pa Efie.
The manager of Crystal Jurek Pet Shop. Here, we have varieties of pet foods and accessories. When it comes to dog foods and cat foods, we have everything. We have the 25 kg pellets, the 20 kgs, the 10 kgs. We have Happy Home, High Performance, Dog Chew, Jack Pet Food, GC Puppy and Adults, High Retrieval, Happy Canine. When it comes to the leashes or the collars, we have everything, whether small, medium or large. We have their supplements, their vitamins, fish oils, medicated soaps, and their tablets. We also have the flea and tick sprays, their refreshers, and when it comes to their bowls, we have different types of bowls. Stainless or plastic bowls, medium, large. We have their traveling bags, their bathing tubs, their towels, and all their chains as well. We also do breeding of dogs and cats. Whether you are looking for poodles, puppies, any mixed breed, we have them. Foreign cats too are available. When it comes to their treats, we have the big bones, we have their biscuits, we have their snacks, we have our locations. One is located at East Legon American House, adjacent KB Clay, near Intifo Avenue Street. We also have a branch at Blue Lagoon, Sacramento, opposite the Ghana Poultry Farmers Association, General Anchor Street. You can contact us on 0243 03 2066 or 020 473 8175. At Crystal Jewelry, we will always want your pet to smile.
Afe mayamo bibia akwa babio esam fambra area print breakers here Cstv esuniedu so eye edwediebu esem na me kasei mrahye bedwani de ma de hwe wo gwan eye onanyafo Fred kwesi agbenyon e de nsem atudwa na wo kire so wo gidie ma papa se eye afimpinuni eduonu ensia eye budget ho hyehye betibe aboa ma emebunu enso etimi enya edwuma aye.
On behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, President John Dramani Mahama, the budget team resetting the economy for growth, jobs, and transformation, Mr. Speaker, present opportunities and responsibilities. The budget seeks to consolidate the physical stability achieved in 2025 and lay the foundation for broad-based growth in 2026. Mr. Speaker, allow me to outline the key pillars of this budget. The government projected expenditure of 302.5 billion Ghana cedis against revenue of 268.1 billion Ghana cedis, with government deficits of 2.2 billion and primary surplus of 1.5%.
Na oswafo a wohwe eye nwane ne nodode esem so eye Eric Opoku eso de sabatu bia wo chiru se Ghana ban ayese wode hihye mapa eba se ne be ya wona chese wode efuolo wode hihye eba se de be ya wona chese wodo efuo na inodode no obetimi ede akoma wona chese wope ebie wose saa no ebetimi aboa ama chese ebo na watono de bia no so etimi aba form na wase eye Cape Coast University kra ama share saa dwumedie no ase afe mayambom remu ewo amanone ensemu same kase die nipa beye si edionu esia na chese o mato anananum ewo ensiedo emumiesa enso eye mmofrani na efa eye Russia eye drone topa ye bia chese o moto ye ekobo edan bi mu a nipa beye si edionu esia etimi ato anananum ewo ensiedo Mayenja nsenwe so na yenjin krato embrasisia Mayasa mo bibia akwa babio niedu so agudie mu ensem na unim se 2026 FIFA World Cup no ekoso USA Canada ana so Mexico nanwada ana chese oman Ghana ye Japan ekodi Asia chese Japan to be esho by Ghana tunyoa ntimi ante no so South Korea so itibi eche eboyen 1 year ntimi ante no nende ana chese FIFA World Ranking no mpanyinfo de abetu edwa wo chewu se pepe wo hwe Ghana no muda 73 nanso inda mate aba form be 72 na je se ba ko ana efri eso na former Ghana captain Asamoah and so they say what to do was with the Ghana from who ya pa some say Afcon na just ya kono and they say ya ba and I say ya can say mu na wo trip dia team a wodo aka no ono owareshem pa say Nigeria Morocco and afen so Ivory Coast wo hwe ni say omo ba ko betimi enya kruwa no.
There, Ghana is out, which we were very disappointed, but it's okay. We qualified to the World Cup, yes. So it's okay. Unlike 2 years, Ivory Coast did well, so we have a lot of teams. Morocco is also a strong contender who are also doing well. I will say these 3 countries that I've mentioned, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Morocco.
Na the other so Nigeria mo as Nigerian music star Davido and so they sababe tuja. Nina efa na sentem nyama ekoso ewo Nigeria mine my Kara state. Na chese school phobia. Chese yakwa akwachirewa yehu anase won busiafo etwa edwado na opini dia tu eja se wo bonu anase wo de onkrofo achese watching maba wa no ho ya pa esa se nia anase se nia omawofo ekom no ano nyan pa ya inde wakasa de afa ho. Mayenjana sanwe so na yemfa ewiemu sakraya insenso efa embro. Na wa ewiemu sakraya inde ade se wo hwe Southern Ghana ha no se ya ewia we ade se so ebe to talk akra na fe so iram so etimi abubom ewo biaye atwese epo eda na wo hwe na wiemu enso ekono so ade se isuo so betoto ekakra na afe so do biaye atwese northern portion ewo my Ghana ha do say do we have a bopa ye na also a dry kakra. We busa for Hasan yede kase ye boaboa no ni na no yede ebesi ewa ha nyumekuo wei ena omaso ya strength dey wie yede kase ebeso Mosare's Dream Jewelries ohwe wona omowo Kaneshi Asafo Ache Street Amsel Block Machinery and Block Manufacturing was Spinte, so many KFC no, and Eddie in Michelle Rema Austrian Agency. Our Kaswa amount from KS Famous Co Limited. Our Dansuman run about 3 streets of Brown. Our Kaswa amount from NAP Apartment Hotel. Our Dansuman First Link, Crystal Direct Pet Shop. Our East Legal American House no, and a ebo a share. Me a major opinion, there we make a say so, me ding and mame ama bafwa.